The Twilight Duel. In a small, mist-covered village nestled deep within the Carpathian Mountains, a sinister legend lurked in the shadows. For centuries, the villagers whispered tales of Vladislav, an ancient and malevolent vampire who haunted the nearby castle ruins. The village lived in fear. For every full moon, Vladislav emerged from his crypt to claim an innocent soul, keeping his insatiable hunger at bay. One fateful evening, as the full moon rose over the village, a stranger arrived. Clad in a dark cloak and armed with a silver sword, he introduced himself as Aric, a vampire hunter with a storied past. Aric had dedicated his life to eradicating the evil that plagued the land, and he had come to put an end to Vladislav's reign of terror. The villagers, weary and desperate, welcomed Aric with a mix of hope and skepticism. They had seen many would-be heroes fall to the vampire's wrath, but Aric's steely determination gave them a glimmer of optimism. As night descended, Aric made his way to the castle ruins. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the distant howls of wolves. He entered the castle, his footsteps echoing through the grand, decaying halls. The scent of ancient decay and damp stone filled the air. In the heart of the castle, Aric found Vladislav's crypt. The vampire, with his piercing red eyes and sharp fangs, rose from his coffin, his presence exuding an aura of darkness and malevolence. "Another fool comes to challenge me," Vladislav sneered, his voice dripping with contempt. "You will meet the same fate as the others." Aric tightened his grip on the silver sword. "Not tonight, Vladislav. Tonight, justice prevails." The battle that ensued was fierce and relentless. Vladislav, with his supernatural speed and strength, lunged at Aric with deadly precision. But Aric, with years of training and unwavering resolve, parried each attack, his silver sword glinting in the moonlight. As the fight raged on, Aric used every trick in his arsenal. Holy water sizzled on the vampire's skin, and wooden stakes pierced through the air. But Vladislav was cunning and resilient, regenerating from each wound with a terrifying swiftness. Finally, Aric remembered an ancient incantation he had learned from a forgotten tome. As he chanted the words, the silver sword began to glow with a radiant light. With a final desperate lunge, Aric plunged the sword into Vladislav's heart, the incantation amplifying the sword's power. Vladislav let out a blood-curdling scream as the light engulfed him, his body disintegrating into ash. The castle trembled, and the dark energy that had gripped the land dissipated. Exhausted but victorious, Aric emerged from the ruins. The villagers, who had gathered anxiously at the castle's edge, erupted in cheers and tears of relief. The nightmare was over. Aric, ever the wanderer, did not stay for long. With the dawn, he departed the village, his cloak billowing in the morning breeze. But the legend of the hero who defeated the evil vampire would be told for generations, a beacon of hope in a world where darkness often lurked. And so, Aric continued his journey, knowing that as long as evil existed, his fight was far from over.